Station, this is Houston on Space Ground 2. Are you ready for the event?
We are ready for the event.
Tech Museum, this is Mission Control in Houston. Please call station for a voice check.
Station, this is Tech Museum. How do you hear me?
We've got you loud and clear. Welcome aboard the International Space Station.
Good morning, Commander Dan and Flight Engineer Dawn. We are proud to be here from the Tech Museum San Jose with some special guests, our students from 5th grade, Washington Elementary School, also located down the street from the Tech Museum.
Well, it's fantastic. It's great to be with you today, and we're looking forward to some great questions.
All right, we're ready to begin.
Hi, my name is Esther, and my question is, when was the International Space Station launched?
Well, the first piece of the International Space Station was launched in November of 1998. So we've got over 13 years of runtime. We had the first crew come aboard Space Station, permanent crew that's been living here like we do right now, in late 2000, towards the end of the year in 2000.
Hello, my name is Dana. My question is, what is the one thing you miss the most from Earth when you're at the ISS?
Well, my family is what I miss the most from Earth when I'm on the space station, but my family's not a thing in terms of earthly objects or pleasures. At least I don't really miss them, because the holes that are left when you leave Earth are filled with things that you can do on orbit that you can't do on Earth, like fly. You could float up here. You could see Earth from the windows in a way that you can never see Earth from Earth. So these things fill the holes that are left when you leave Earth.
My name is Arandi, and my question is, who inspired you to become an astronaut and why?
Well, I guess for me, I had a lot of folks that inspired me ultimately to do this. When I was your age, though, I have to admit I didn't at that point want to become an astronaut. Not because I didn't want to do it, but because it never occurred to me that was something that I could do. And it was probably many teachers, it was my parents, it was people that I work with throughout my career that ultimately inspired me to do this. But when I was your age, the things that really got all of us fired up as we were growing up was watching the Apollo landings on the moon. And from that point on, I was always interested in space, and had no idea that someday I would actually get a chance to fly here.
Hi, my name is Sophia. My question is, what is the greatest satisfaction you have ever had in your job?
I think some of the greatest satisfactions you have here is completing a good day's worth of work. Whether that day's worth of work is doing a science experiment, or whether that day's worth of work is fixing something that's broken or doing maintenance. It's all good, and at the end of the day, you can say, wow, what a day that has been.
Hi, my name is Erica. My question is, what was the worst thing that has happened to you in space?
Erica, that's a really tough question. I really have a hard time thinking of too many bad things that have ever happened up here. I've been able to fly a couple times on a space shuttle, and helping to build the space station, and now I've been able to live here for several months already, and every day is wonderful. I guess one of the hard things to take is when it comes time to actually leave, because it is really a wonderful place to be. And when it comes time to come home, part of you just cannot wait to see your family. Part of you is also saying, gosh, I'm going to miss those views of Earth. I'm going to miss floating around on station. I'm going to miss doing the science.
My name is Sergio. My question is, after being in space for many days or weeks, you feel different physically after returning to Earth?
When we return to Earth, at least for me, it takes me a while to get my Earth legs back, maybe a day or two, and it's kind of like sailors getting their sea legs after they come off of a ship.
Hello, my name is Hema. My question is, do you have internet in space, and can you take your iPods or iPads to space?
Well, Hannah, I don't own an iPad yet, and I certainly don't have one up here. At some point, I think that would be a really good tool to have up here, because it would be a lot easier to have a single tablet, a single screen to take with you to do procedures and to do science experiments instead of having a big laptop with you. We have iPods up here, so NASA and Roscosmos and European Space Agency, we've got iPods, so we can actually uplink all the music that we like to hear, and so we do have that.
Hi, my name is Oscar, and my question is, what is the temperature like in the ISS?
Oh, the temperature in space station, I happen to have a machine right here which measures the temperature, and it shows it's 22 degrees right now. That's in centigrade.
Hi, my name is Samantha, and my question is, how do you communicate with your families when you are in space?
Well, Samantha, we can use email. We can talk to them almost like you would on with a telephone or a cell phone. We do that actually with our laptop computers, and so we can call home and talk to our families maybe a couple of times a day if we have enough free time. We can also talk to them and see them at the same time at least once a week. So we can actually get a picture of them on a laptop screen, and they can have a picture of us, and we can actually take them on a virtual tour, fly through the space station, and bring that laptop with us. And but it's not like being home, but it's still pretty good just the same.
My name is Daniel, and how and when does the ISS come back to Earth?
Oh, space station is made to never come back to Earth, at least in one piece. What's going to happen is space station, we can continue to maintain it, occupy it, repair it, and refurbish it. And when it's time to move on to the next phase of our space program, space station as a whole will be deorbited, and it'll burn up in the atmosphere somewhere probably over the Pacific Ocean.
Hello, my name is Francisco, and my question is going to the bathroom or taking a shower in space different than on Earth?
Well, for one thing, just to be clear, we don't get to take a shower up here. We actually make do with towels, with soap and water, and we stay up here for 6 months, and that's okay. It's a little bit like being on a camping trip for a long time. It's really difficult. There used to be a shower on an old space station that the United States had. It's called Skylab a long time ago, and it's really hard to manage all that water, those droplets of water which would just float around. So for us, it's very easy to do it that way. And we have a toilet that works great, and we use airflow to help in the way that gravity helps on planet Earth. And other than that, it works quite nice.
Hi, my name is Eduardo Escamilla, and my question is, what made you decide to become an astronaut?
Oh, I was younger than you are. I was around 6 years old when John Glenn flew, and when I saw John Glenn fly, I thought to myself, that's something that I would like to do. And then I sort of forgot about that until I graduated from college after having taken math and science and engineering, these hard subjects that allow you to go in a technology-rich environment like a spacecraft and operate. And after I had math and science and engineering, then I realized I'm qualified to be an astronaut. And so I put in an application with NASA.
Hi, my name is Ivan, and my question is, when you were training, was it hard? Did you ever feel like giving up because it was hard?
That's a good question, Ivan. I think there's a lot of times, when you're disappointed, things don't quite go as well as you'd like. You're practicing to do a spacewalk in the pool, and maybe you're having trouble with the tools or the spacesuit, or you're learning how to fly the airplanes that we train in, T-38s, and maybe you don't fly quite as well as you'd like to on a particular day. I would not say that there was ever a time I wanted to give up, though. All the things we do, and there's such a wide variety of things, are so much fun that I just feel privileged and so lucky every day that I get to do the things I do.
Hello, my name is Brian, and my question is, how do you guys feel floating around space?
Oh, floating around in space is wonderful. Dan is going to illustrate some things that are really hard to do when you're on Earth, and it's a wonderful experience to be able to be truly weightless and move around without the confines of your weight.
Hi, my name is Antonio, and my question is, how do you exercise in space?
But that's really important for us to do, exercise in space. When we're here in space, we're essentially weightless. That is, the weight that we'd ordinarily feel if we're standing on planet Earth is offset by the orbital motion that we and the space station and all the things around us have. So that force is counterbalanced. So we're essentially free floating. And what that means is our muscles don't have to be strong, our bones don't have to be strong, our hearts don't have to pump a lot of blood to do the things we do up here, which means if we just let things be, our bodies would adapt to this, and it would be very difficult to be strong enough to be healthy when you came back to Earth. So for us, we exercise almost 2.5 hours every day. And we do running on a treadmill or bicycling on a bicycle that's right here in this laboratory with us. And we also do weight training using a special machine that uses vacuum, big pneumatic or air-powered cylinders that actually make it feel like lifting weights would be there. And that keeps us healthy.
Hi, my name is Juan, and who or what inspired you to become an astronaut?
For me, I think it was self-motivation after watching John Glenn fly in space, and then the other astronauts that followed John Glenn, watching the lunar program. When I saw that, it made me say, wow, this is a really cool thing to do. And then I took math and science and engineering in college and did well in that. And that's the key to doing everything cool in life. And it was also the key that opened up the door for me becoming an astronaut.
Hi, my name is Lisa, and my question is, when you were a kid, was becoming an astronaut one of your dreams?
I think when I was a kid, I wanted to be an astronomer. The space-related thing that I was interested in was astronomy, and I also wanted to be a Coast Guard person who went out on small boats, Coast Guard small cutters, and rescued people on stormy nights and things like that. And I was very lucky to get a chance to do both of those things.
Hello, my name is Samantha, and my question is, what is your mission up in space?
Our mission is to learn how to live and work in space and expand human knowledge on living and working in space. And at the same time, we do science experiments that can only be done up here and not on Earth.
This one? Okay.
Hello, my name is Marilyn. My question is, what is it like to be in space?
It's amazing to be in space. It is wonderful. We get to wake up in the morning and fly like Superman down this, 100 feet down the space station, make breakfast. We get to float over to a window where we can actually float up into, actually it's almost like a glass bubble where we can see the Earth going by, and we can see from horizon to horizon, 360 degrees all around us, thousands of miles. We get the chance to do incredible science experiments with really, really smart people all around the world that are helping to do the research we do here. We get to work on things and repair things when things don't quite go as well as we'd like hardware-wise. We get to do spacewalks sometimes. We get to do robotics operations sometimes. In short, every day is different. Every day is wonderful, and it's one of the neatest parts about being an astronaut.
Hi, my name is Jonathan. Do you get to cook your favorite food in space?
We really don't cook our food. We have food that's more like camping food. And so it comes in pouches and it comes in envelopes that are freeze-dried. And we either inject hot water into it or room temperature water, or we put it in a food warmer, which looks a little bit like a suitcase, and just warm it up. And then we rip open the package and chow down.
Hi, my name is Jesus Maro. My question is, what does the space smell like?
I think the question was, what does space smell like? And correct me if I got that wrong.
Correct.
That's correct. What does, yes. Yes.
Okay, that is correct. Okay, good. That's an interesting question, and it's something that I think a lot of people that have flown here before have noticed, and that is after you dock a space shuttle or a Soyuz spacecraft to space station, after you go outside and do a spacewalk, or somebody goes outside and comes back in, and you equalize the pressure difference between outside, which is nearly zero, and inside, which is like it is on planet Earth, you get a chance to smell something that's a little bit metallic smelling, a little bit oily smelling maybe, and there's some theories on what that actually is. And although we're flying in essentially the vacuum of space, where there's very, very little matter up here, there's still a little bit, and some of it is charged, and some of it actually causes potentially some reactions on the various materials that are outside. So our theory is that the smell of space, this oily metallic sort of smell, is probably associated with that. But it's very distinctive and it's very repeatable, and it doesn't matter whether you're in a shuttle, doing a spacewalk, or coming on a Soyuz, it's always pretty much the same. Very interesting though.
Hi, my name is Eileen, and my question is, when you return to Earth, what are you planning to do next?
When I return to Earth, we're going to have a fairly extensive period, a month or two, of rehabilitation. And that's just getting your muscles and your cardiovascular system, your heart, pumping blood, so it's used to being back on Earth again. So that's the first thing I'm going to do when I get back to Earth. And actually, the first thing I'm going to do when I get back to Houston is give my family a big hug.
Thank you, everybody, for participating in this event. I'd really like to thank Commander Dan Burbank and Flight Engineer Don Pettit. It's been an amazing experience for here at the Tech Museum in San Jose, and it's just been amazing. Thank you.
look at that, I can't see it.
Station, this is Houston ACR. Thank you. That concludes the event.
And thank you, everybody at the Tech Museum. Station, we are now resuming operational audio communications.